Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight. Today we have a very special episode as it's going to include a lot of reshade, as you can see from the background footage here that I'm using, provided by Claude. Sorry if I butchered your name. This is going to be one of the most realistic experiences we've ever seen. One of the craziest parks. This park took over 4 years to make. We're going to be looking at Ralph's Carrot Farm. That is right. It's the Carrot Farm. I'm not sure where you got the name from, but that is quite cool. Maybe we'll see it in the introduction here. You're seeing some footage in the background here from the creator's YouTube channel, and I'll explain that in just a minute. So let's go ahead and read the description here and what they said for their submission. Welcome to Ralph's Carrot Farm. I built this over the last 4 years. I started in 2017 when the last DLC wasn't even out. It grew and grew in size and became this mega park. RCF features several themed sections like Scandinavia, San Francisco, Japanese, Adventure, Mayan, Alpine, and Space. There are 13 coasters, 15 flat rides, a log flume, two stages, and a hotel to visit. Very much work was put into realism and foliage work. The park was built over a hilly carrot farm. The original farmhouse still remains. Ralph is a rabbit and became the park's mascot. RCF's Spotlight Coaster is the Terran-inspired triple-launch Haku. Don't miss its station building. There's also a haunted house that is broken down due to the lack of interior skills. I hope you can still enjoy the views of this huge park gives, and when the FPS are strikingly low. The several on-ride renders in custom media put into the folder into your video. I recommend my reshade preset or lower saturation in game to 80%. Okay, let's do that and get right on into the episode. Welcome everybody to this magnificent mega park. As you can see, my computer is struggling a little bit, but not to worry. As you saw from the B-roll, clips were taken from the creator's YouTube channel, and this was recommended to use reshade. Now, reshade is something I've never messed around with, and apparently it makes the game look way better, but I'm sure it also hogs on resources additionally, which would lower a frame rate even lower. I think reshade is something we can look into for future videos, and if people have presets, we can install them. We did have a preset to download. However, I'm not going to be using it today because I don't know how to set up reshade, and it might just make this run a little bit worse. However, every single one of the coasters that we're going to ride, rather than riding them in the 12 FPS that we're getting, actually probably might not hurt to go into pause mode. Yeah, we're getting a 5 more FPS-ish. It's a few more frames, but yeah, every coaster that we get to, rather than riding them in 10 FPS, we're going to watch a video, or I'll clip the video into the editing, and you guys are going to see a masterful 60 FPS reshade hyper realistic ride experience that you've never seen before on this channel, which is quite exciting. I took a sneak peek at some of them. There's little Ralphie right there, very cute, and I was very impressed by the video quality. So I'm actually really excited to watch these videos with you guys. This is going to be a joy of an episode, a mega park end to end with just astonishing realism. It said that it was inspired by Six Flags. I see a little bit of that there. Wow. I'm already just blown away. I don't even know what to say. Well, let's just begin the tour. Welcome to Ralph's Carrot Farm. I'm not sure if I should... I like the ambient music on play mode. I had to stop the guests from running in. I had to close the park. They were pouring... 5,000 guests were pouring in, and I was like, no, you turn around. So maybe as they start to turn around here and realize that the park is closed and only open to us here today, they will... hopefully increase our frames by a few. So this is definitely an end-to-end mega park. It's going to be a big doozy of an episode. 13 coasters. We have 13 reshade videos to watch as we get to each of the coasters, which is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I'll have timestamps in the description, or if you hover over the time bar, there will be a timestamp to each of the coaster POVs, which are the reshades, and that's definitely something to watch. You don't want to miss them. So if you're just here for the coasters, you can skip ahead and ride them all, or sit back and enjoy the tour with me and check out what we're doing. We're going to San Francisco here. Wow. I'm already just overwhelmed. I decided to go to the right. There was no directions or suggestions on which way to go. So we're just going to make our way. I'm trying to go as slow as possible because the frame rate is a bit hard, and I know some of you guys will get motion sickness off of this. But when somebody works on a park for 4 years and puts more pieces than the game can handle, This is what you get. Luckily, there is the reshade videos, and I very much appreciate that. For anyone that's making these mega parks, please do provide the 60 FPS of videos so we can edit those in, watch them for ourselves, and enjoy those coaster experiences for what they should be. Cryon. Ooh. Drop your stuff off in the lockers. We're going to get things started right away. Do we have a time set? It's set to 9 a.m. I'm assuming that's what the creator wanted us to view it at. But there also looks like there's a lot of nighttime lighting. I hear some spooky music, too. I'm wondering if this should... Well, it doesn't really matter because as we get to the coaster, we're going to be watching a video. So that will be set the way they want it. And maybe there is even a night POV. I just feel like this queue should be a nighttime thing. So let's do that. Yeah, kicking things off right away. Beautiful queue work, beautiful detailing, and going straight onto a sci-fi themed coaster from the looks of things. Get your helmets, maybe your VR headsets, some strange mushroom plants in here. This is crazy. This is crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the first coaster of the day. We're looking at Orion. What did I say? Cryon? I saw the O as a C. There we go. The duration, the stats, the track length, G-forces, everything's looking good. It doesn't matter if it leaves with us because we're going to clip to a video. So let's get right on into it. Holy good googly moogly, does that reshade ever make a difference? My goodness. There was no night POV in the folder for this, as far as I can tell. Wow. I might have to contact this creator and ask them how to set up this reshade and get the settings just to how they work. Because look at the difference of what we just saw in the video to what we're seeing here. I kind of want to set up this reshade for future videos because boy, oh boy, does it make a difference. Is this something you guys like? Leave a comment down below if we should try to get reshade set up for future coaster spotlights. Although I do think it might be, you might need certain settings for certain coasters and certain attractions and things like that. It'll be interesting to see how easily we can toggle it on and off because there is something nice about the way Planko looks naturally in its kind of native setting. But the realism there makes it just look like a whole new game. It's incredible. I mean, I didn't even comment on the coaster. The coaster layout was freaking phenomenal as well. I was just so blown away by the video and the graphics that I was like, what am I doing with my life? I need to make some adjustments to our content. And, I mean, it's 2021. We've been doing a lot of new stuff on the channel lately. Maybe reshade is something we have to give a try. At least for particular coasters and parks, I think it could be worth it. Because I would love to walk around with those settings on. I just don't think it would be a very good idea on a park that's already running at like 14, 12 FPS, you know? So maybe for some of the smaller projects. I know Mona Lisa's doing a big reshade project that I saw in the inbox. And that one almost looks like you can't even view it without the reshade. So I think I got some work cut out for me. Cosmic Cow Shakes. Look at this beautiful, detailed, modern build here. Oh, this is a station. for another coaster. Wow. Spy Alarm? Really cool boarding signs to the stations, and great stations as well. I just thought we were going to a restaurant or something. Nope, that is the exit. How did I screw that up? Wait, that's the queue. The side entry is the queue. Wow, I feel very spoilt today. I hope you all enjoy this format. And if you do, leave a like, smash a comment, and maybe we can consider doing more reshade parks. I mean, this isn't a reshade park, but the videos are. But maybe we can actually do a reshade park, full and full, and see how that looks. If it gets enough likes and comments, I will definitely consider doing that, and we'll get Zell doing it as well. Depending, you know, some people might want their park to look classic Planko style. Maybe that's something we could put in this submission form, a reshade configuration file that you could submit. I don't know. I'm curious to just install it and use this creator settings on just a standard park and see what it does. But I was looking at the reshade before I started this episode, and there's like 7,000 settings, and I was like, I don't know if I'm prepared for this. So having a preset would definitely be appreciated. All right, so enough of that. Let's check out the coaster. Spy Alarm. We're looking at a Giga coaster. There's a look at all the stats if you want to see them, and let's jump over to this beautiful reshade video. Good googly boogly. This is such a treat. Wow, freaking wee, guys. This is amazing. It's gonna be hard to look at Planet Coaster in the same way again after this episode. Wow, are we nominating this as the park of the year so far, 2020? Wow, what a year it's been so far, you guys. Just when I think things couldn't get any better, we're seeing park after park that's blowing me away. We had the Magic Kingdom, the Disneyland park. We had the episode 400 Pirate Park. Now we're getting this, and Zell's been putting out some amazing ones too. It's just, what a treat. You know, look at this. This is sensational. Even without the reshade, this is just mind-blowing amounts of detail and visuals in Planet Coaster right here. And what I want to say is, as a whole here, that I felt like we've seen it all. You know, we've been doing Planet Coaster for 4 freaking years. But then you have these guys that have been working on their parks for 4 years. And it's like, I'm just so glad I'm here still doing this. Because it took 4 years for this creator to make this, and boy oh boy, I'm just glad to still be doing this, to be here at the finish line when it's all said and done, so we can check it out. An Alpine station. We're you kidding me? I can't walk and talk for 2 minutes. I'm separating the recordings between each coaster so it's not less confusing for me and less editing, and I have to stop and start the recording every 2 minutes because it's non-stop coasters and I can't get my thoughts together. Wait, we have Alpine Express and Alpine Station. One's got to be a transport ride. But yeah, okay. Maybe this is just pretensies? I think so. Yeah, good googly moogly. 2021, we are upping the ante and showing you guys parks that you've never seen before on the channel, and the talent is just getting better and better. The realism is taking to all new extremes, and this just shows it all. Be sure not to miss out any more. Hit that subscribe button, you guys. Good googly moogly. So incredible. What? Where are we going next? And these queues are so intricate. We're just going and getting lost in all these little nooks and crannies. Foliage work is impeccable. Damn. So there is a train going into that station. I wonder if we have a video for the train ride. I see at least a dozen or so videos in the folder there. So there might be some bonuses other than just the coasters, but I think we're getting spoiled enough with 13 coasters and a beautiful park to walk around in. So fasten your seatbelts in, everybody, and get your popcorn. This is going to be an episode to remember. I want to ride the train ride. You know, if there's no video for the train, we can just ride it Planko style. Might as well. Although I say that now, and then 3 hours from now, I'm going to be going, oh, do we have time for the train? But I know a lot of you guys can barely open these parks up or don't even have Planet Coaster on PC, so... Oh, it's a mine train coaster. Alpine Express. Canyon Runner. Ooh, I love a good Canyon Runner. There's a look at all the stats, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dig up the video. Wow, freaking we, you know? The transition from the video back to game is so awkward. Because what we're seeing is just so lifelike and incredible, and then we get back here and it all switches over, the frame rate dies, and I'm like, what happened? Wow, let's talk about that coaster. That was an incredible adventure. Look at the journey that we went on. I love all this woodwork going between the mountains. You have the woodwork for the lift, these bridges and tunnels, and all this custom supports and siding and fencing, and look at the way it all weaves in and out and interacts with one another. This is sensational. Probably one of the most detailed, coolest, innovative mine train coaster experiences that I have ever seen in Planet Coaster. Going through the little farmland here. It is the freaking carrot farm. Oh man, and it's just such fun theming too. I love that. So much fun. I had something come to mind when I was watching that, thinking to myself, this deserves a nomination. And for those of you who are unaware, we did a Planko 2020 nominations video, or a Planko award ceremony, and at the end of the year, or end of 2020, we had people nominate their favorite creations and categories to give out prizes and you know, medals, and these medals will go into the Hall of Fame for Planet Coaster in the Discord forever. They stay there forever. Your name goes in the Hall of Fame if you win an award from 2020. And we also gave out some games and stuff like that, and it's just good fun. Now, it was a little bit tough because the nominations, you know, it's hard to remember all of the creations for the year, and not all of the creations were featured on the channel either. So some of them were pulled off the Steam Workshop, some of them were featured on other creators' channels, and all that stuff. So, what we wanted to do, and I'm going to try to remember to do it for this video, the nomination form that Zayforce filled out, I'm not exactly sure how it works, but apparently you get to pick a category, pick a creation, and nominate it, and then he consolidates it all and figures it out. We thought it'd be a good idea to start getting those nominations out early, so we don't forget about them by the end of the year. So what I'm going to be doing is adding the nominations form to the description of every single video, every single Planet Coaster video. So if there's something that you like, if you're watching the show and you're like, oh, this is really fun, I think this deserves a nomination for the most realistic park, or the best reshade use, or whatever, the biggest mega park, it could be multiple categories, it could be multiple nominations. You can click the link and nominate it. And that way we don't forget at the end of the year. So I'll try to get that form in the description. Check the description, and if there's something that you think this deserves a nomination for, go ahead and nominate it. This is an awesome cue. I love the frog feet. And this is one of my favorite flat rides because the song is so derpy. The whippy chanty foo. And the hallefish too. The Super Sandy Man. I feel like we've passed through so many themes so quickly. I will take a closer look at things from a bird's eye view and skim over things. I want to see where the road takes us. I want to explore the park and just let the park take me where it wants to take me. And we will scan over things again. We'll do a second pass by. As I said, even without the reshade, this is looking to be one of the most incredible parks I have ever seen. This is truly a treat, and I personally am going to open up this nomination form for myself and figure out how I want to promote this thing. But yeah, we will include that nomination form as a link in the description of all Planet Coaster videos from here on out. You can also find it in Discord. And I think that'll be really help us going into 2021 Planko Awards. And with the incredible talent that we've seen on the channel so far this year, it's going to be an amazing award ceremony come the end of 2021. So if you are just new to the channel, stepping in for your first time yet, we have so much going on this channel. We're not just featuring parks. We're not just featuring coasters. We have streams. We're doing Twitch streams. We're bringing back certain events and different things. Planko live. We had done contests We did mini park contest live. That was a great event. A whole bunch of people showed up for that. Super fun. We're going into a shop contest. At the time of this recording, we probably already finished the shop contest live. And it doesn't end there. We do contests, award ceremonies, so many things on this channel related to theme parks and coasters that you don't want to miss out on. And we're taking it to new extremes for 2021. A game that's 4 years old that you think would be dying off, we're just now finding our groove and taking it to the next level. So it is quite the joy. All right, it's going to be a Hop the Gaps coaster, side friction, fun little ride. This should be interesting. Let's jump over to the video. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, Rico Muerto. Wow, freaking wee. That is so cool. I have to go upstairs and look. Actually, we're just going to go through the station. Whoever designed this reshade is a freaking genius, because I was looking closely at all this wood texturing and how realistic and different that wood looks. And that's just from some lighting changes and saturation effects. It looks completely different. That's incredible. What a difference that makes. So realistic. What a fun coaster too. I love the way it goes around the whirly rig. And you've included the frog pond here. You know, you have these little hits of, you know, farm life in each of your themed sections. And you're keeping these fun, playful little vibes throughout your park. And there's just so, like, it's crazy, the themes between one another and how it just quickly transitions from one of the most detailed themed areas into another. We have is this the train? I haven't seen people do this very often. Although when the guests are walking about, that could be dangerous. I wonder if that's for show. Oh, we have a train coming. No, that's a real train. How does the pathing work, though? You have the train actually going over the pathing. So this janitor might just get wrecked here. That's a train ride that we might just have to check out. You know what I love about this park? I feel like I'm lost in a real theme park. You know, normally I have like a way that I approach things, and I kind of have a checklist in my head, like, okay, we went around this way, we went around that way, come back around this way, try to hit up everything. But with this one, I feel completely lost. Like you should. I feel completely immersed and confused and just overwhelmed by the amount of details and theming around me. This is the type of theme park that you need a week pass for. You're only going to be able to spend a day in each of these areas. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Exit only. I just want to check out all these nooks and alleyways, but I know if I do that, we're going to end up having a freaking 4-hour video. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, if that's what you guys enjoy, I enjoy it, but there's a certain part where when you push the forward arrow, the back arrow to rewind or forward ahead, it jumps like 15 minutes. The video gets too long, it gets impossible to navigate. We have a boat ride. Do we have a video for the boat ride? I don't see one. So we're actually just gonna... this might not be the right one, but wherever we are now, I mean, it's pretty close. I'll try to just stop there. And I'm gonna go 2 times speed because these things putz along pretty slowly. Are we gonna fit through here? That's a tight squeeze. Yeah, this could be fun. So let's just sit back and enjoy this. Whoops, I accidentally stopped the recording. I'm getting so confused with the starting and stopping recording thing that I meant to unmute my mic and stop the recording. Wow. I was saying that I'm actually really glad we went on this ride because the scenic views from the water level are just incredible. Look at some of this stuff. I have never seen this amount of theming and detailing ever. I just love the intricacies, like the waterfall with the bridge there. Is that a coaster going through? That is probably the mine train coaster that we went on earlier. It's like we're touching back and looking at some of the things that we already went on, but from different perspectives. And I think by the time we ride all the attractions and coasters, we're going to get to see everything from almost a different viewpoint and a different angle. And we're coming back down the area that I wanted to go down earlier. So as long as there's some overlap where we're crisscrossing through and visiting areas from different angles, I feel like we're gonna hit 90% of the park, hopefully, or try to, and see most of everything from different angles. But there's so much to explore here. I have no idea how far along we've come, how much of a dent we've made, but we're just gonna keep plugging away and see what else this park has to offer. Looks like we have a boomerang there. Watch out for the train. Now we get to see it pass by. Look at that integration. Flawless. That is amazing. Watch out, janitor. You're dead. You're dead. Entrance to San Francisco, Little Scandinavia. Beautiful. We have a queue. For the train. Of course. Maybe we go on that train. Look at all these pumpkins. Food, drinks, and sushi. The Coast Guard boomerang. That's fun. It's like they're perched up on the little lookout thing. Guard tower? What do they call those? Oh yeah, let's listen to some music and chill. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Also love the fact that, and I love the fact and appreciate you put custom speakers in throughout your park. Please do this more often, people. And this is why I want to run on play mode. I don't care if the frame rate is a little lower. We get to see the coasters moving about back there. That is phenomenal. Is that this? I can't even tell if those are coasters we've been on because it looks so much different than the video. I have a feeling we didn't go on that one. I could be wrong, but yeah, let's loop back in. We haven't seen things from this angle. There's a haunted house. They talked about, ooh, murder house. Broken. Oh, there was a joke in the backstory saying that it's broken down because they weren't very good at interiors. You know, everybody has their flaws or their things that they lack at or need to improve on in Planet Coaster, and that's just fine. And I did notice with some of your queues when they started getting a little tunnely that we were missing some lights and a little bit of trim on the inside. But I mean, I didn't want to point it out because everything else is so phenomenal that it's so minor to me. You're really good at capturing the essence of you even put a ride in here. All right, let's get out of here. We don't want to break our immersion. It's still quite funny that you put a ride in there. So yeah, I mean, like, that's something that they're looking to improve on, obviously, is their interior design for things like a dark ride. And that's quite okay. You know, we different strokes for different folks, right? And it's interesting because we saw Coaster Cad's Disneyland and it was so packed full of dark rides, majority dark rides, and same with their Dragon Kingdom, that to a note to this creator, go back and watch Coaster Cad's Disneyland episode, and it was the Enchanted World, and then also check out Dragon Kingdom, because they're very good at making beautiful detailed parks, but I'd say you probably one-up them on certain areas, but then they're really proficient at their dark rides and interior spaces. And if that's something that you're looking to improve on, that you've noted for yourself that you can improve on, I think Coaster Cad's definitely someone that you can take inspiration from and learn a thing or two. And for all those people creating realistic park layouts, take some notes here. And we saw this coaster. I remember being here. Let's find our way back here. The arcade. Oh, wow. I think this is just for show on the outside. Yep, no interior. Okay. Oh, no, we did go on this coaster. It seems so much different from the back end of the park. And so much taller. No way. That is the one. Look at this road work. Each one of these is like a basic shape. How many pieces is this road? Only 4,000. Look at this. We have little gas stations off to the side. A Stay Puffed gas station. The details are incredible. I love the extra attention to detail on the exterior of the park. I'm kind of like reassessing. I wanted to come back and look at things from a different angle and make sure we hit all the coasters on this end. It looks like we have, oh, that's such a cool idea. The San Francisco police chase on the bridge, and it's a reverse free fall launch coaster. Genius. So we did cover this whole area, and then we came up through this boardwalk area by the train, and we did visit. Yes, so the time that we've spent, we've covered this portion of the park. We still have this portion, and it looks way more dense back there and confusing and chaotic. I like a little bit of chaos though, so why don't we just jump over to here where the boomerang was, and let's check out the San Francisco police chase. Ooh, this is quite fun. Love it. Look at the view from here. Such a unique, different perspective from every angle of the park. Just capturing those vistas and those, and when you see something off in the distance like that, you're like, I want to go over to that. And it looks so much different from a close-up view than it does from far back. It's almost deceiving. And then it doesn't really help that we're seeing all these reshade videos as well. The colors are much different than, yeah, see these little areas here, that's what I was kind of referring to earlier, is that you maybe a little bit more details on the inside, but that's quite okay. I didn't really want to critique you there because what you're doing here is beyond anything I've ever seen. Whoa, okay. San Francisco police chase. There it is, the reverse free fall. There's a look at all the results if you want to see them. Do we have a video? We do. Wow, passing through the bridge with the reshade the way it was, the little bit of motion blur on there and the effects. That's incredible perspective. We have some art here of the San Francisco city. That's fun. Some Google images. Really cool. Like I mean, that's probably the best reverse freefall I've seen in the game. They're usually kind of meh, but you did a little like cutscene thing there with the animatronics, which I appreciate. I think I'm going down the queue entrance. Oh, the frame rate hurts. It hurts! And then there's all the buildings that we see in the pictures. It's great. Bum, bum. Look at all these sides. Where do you want to go? Oh, wait. Got a boomerang. Coast Guard. Love the colors here. They do a great job of capturing the San Francisco vibes, and I like all the train tracks because San Francisco has a lot of the trolleys and stuff, right? And yeah, there's a picture of one there. And you kind of feel that with all the train tracks that you made going by. Really cool. All right, another coaster, another recording, another video. Here we go, it's a boomerang. Let's check it out. Boom! And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Really cool stuff. Oh, am I still on 2x speed? There we go. Uh-oh. Let's get lost in the nature a little bit. Hammer swing! Oh, we got some Midway games. Bowler roller. Just $1 more. We go up this way. Well, we don't need to go on the hammer swing. I kind of want to ride the flat rides in reshade with 60 FPS. Look how nice and organic this pathway is. A beautiful foliage. Looks like we're passing over to the Japanese-inspired area. I cannot wait to see some of these coasters in reshade and how these buildings look. Because they look phenomenal already. Gosh. There's this whole... Whoa. Uh-oh. No! Camera freaked out. Sorry, we're back. I was wanting to say there's this whole Aztec area back here. It's kind of blending together. And I'm really compelled to go here first. Oh. Haku is the main coaster. Let me just see what they said real quick. It says here, RCF's Spotlight Coaster is the Terran-inspired triple launch Haku coaster, which we're coming up on. Let's go see what the seating upstairs is all about. So this is the main attraction, and I think it's good to throw the main attraction at the midway point of the video. I love the way you kind of spaced and planted these trees about. It's these small little details. There's so much crazy, chaotic detail. I don't know if you guys ever played, what's it called now? I was gonna say Jet Set Radio, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. The game with rollerblades. Sunset Overdrive. Gears of Fear here. I'll check out the queue for the Gears of Fear. Sunset Overdrive they had these like the Chinatown district of the video game had so much detail, and you could like you could skate on everything, right? You could skate down the railings, you could skate across the building tops. And I think they even had like coaster tracks in there and all sorts of crazy stuff. And for whatever reason, this is reminding me of that Chinatown area of Sunset Overdrive. Like because they had so many, the verticality and the complexity of everything. There was just an overwhelming amount of like rails and things to climb on. And this reminds me of that. In fact, I kind of want to go play Sunset Overdrive. It's just funny how certain things remind you of things, and then you get a spark of inspiration. Look at this, Terran inspired, but flip the theming. The coaster design and layout is very reminiscent of Terran. I love this area. Like with all the pipes and the details, the wires, the strings. This is insanity. Holy crap. You know, the reason I'm featuring this today, I did all the Patreon submissions, and I've been doing those for, I want to say, on and off for about a month now. Because people had been waiting since the contest, and then I took my January break. And I had 2 parks picked out, and then I said, you know what? It's 2021. I want to see what's been submitted. A spark of inspiration, because up until now, I was featuring the patrons, and I get to choose from the patrons, but eventually you narrow it down, and you're just doing the ones that are there. But with the actual inbox, there's hundreds of parks to choose from. And I just said, you know what? I want to see what's new today. I just had an inspiration. I want to see what's a 2021 creation look like. And this is the answer. And boy, am I happy I decided to go digging through the inbox. And in fact, this one was at the very, very top, just sitting there waiting with my name on it. Hey, Johnny, come feature me. What was the submission date on this? I'll have to check after. But, I think this is a brand new submission. I caught it just in time. The latest and greatest. I love the verticality here. How we're making our way up here. We get to see the back of the park here. That looks like a falcon or something, an eagle maybe. So many cool viewpoints. Oh, look at the revolving tower ride going in between all those coaster tracks. And this is the coaster we're going on, I believe. Look how far it stretches out. This is the main attraction. Ladies and gentlemen, we usually try to save these things for last, but I think there's going to be just as many great experiences at the end. But I love the pacing of this park, too. It's so good. We're just going from overwhelming area to overwhelming area to right to a coaster. Every in-between segment of each of these experiences is just breathtaking and entertaining and visually impressive. And then, boom, onto just a sensational coaster experience. So this is it. There's the stats. If you want to see them, let's jump to the video. Good googly moogly, ladies and gentlemen. That was incredible. I'm wondering if you use the 4-meter smoothie method, because these layouts are just so smooth and sensational. My freaking goodness. Look at this. We have a winged coaster beside us. The views going in and out of the buildings, through the terrain, up and down. It's complicated and chaotic like the Terran coaster. I see the inspiration there. Visually just impressive. And there's this like evolution to the theme park that, you know, you've been working on this for 4 years, and it almost feels like, if I were to make a guess, that you did design this part first and then you made your way over here, and it seems seemingly getting more complicated and more intertwined, and we almost have the work in progress stuff where you're like, okay, we gotta leave it there. Yeah, because like the visuals from here, what I was trying to say is that there's an evolution to this theme park. Is the deeper we get, the more complicated it gets, the more chaotic it gets. I kind of lucked out by choosing to go right first, and now it's like we've leveled up a little bit, and everything's getting a little bit more extreme, a little bit more detailed and integrated and chaotic, and it's really quite amazing to see that progression. That like I've whatever I was oohing and awing about before, it's just like next level now. Now I'm just speechless. This is incredible. Wow, I have to loop around from another angle. There was a winged launch coaster somewhere in there. There might be 2 or 3 coasters up in... Yes, look at that. Suspended coaster. Wow. Great use of coaster types in your areas as well. Train station. There it is. A lot of detail and effort gone into your train as well. I've seen a lot of the trains where people just kind of wind them around the outside of their park and call it a day. Not this one. It looks like it goes in and out of every themed area and has these special little bridgeways and views. It might be worth a ride. I really hope that there's a POV for that train somewhere in here. That looks like the exit. So this is actually part of the Aztec area, but then it reaches over to here. But what I really want to go on is that winged launch coaster, and I love how complicated you made it to find these. It's all just buried in here. We're just gonna follow along, and we're gonna get to you. I swear it. But not miss everything on the way. Hey, Barrel! Oh, that's fun. Amazing. I feel like I'm going the wrong way now. Nope, maybe not. Where are we now? Good googly moogly. We'll head back down this way for sure. That looks like it brings us... Oh, that's the entrance. Okay. This is what it would look like if we went left. Fun little car ride. Is there... What is this called? Machinodrome? Doesn't look like there's a video for this guy, but it's just a classic little car ride, but it looks really good. You know what? Let's give it a go. Yeah, it's quite fun. I like getting a ground view perspective of all the rides and whatnot. Really quite nice. I like how you hid your little mascot everywhere, too. You know, this is the very beginning, the very entrance. We might as well see some of this stuff. We got some ribbon. We went to the right. We could check the left here. Here's the actual entrance. We came in through here. Ralph's carrot farm. How did I walk? Is that visible from down here? Not really. From a bird's eye view, you get to see it a little bit better. Look at this. I was so overwhelmed when I first walked in, talking about the, yeah, I don't know what I was saying. It feels like centuries ago that I was talking about this stuff walking in. But completely ignored Ralph's big manor in the very entrance here with the beautiful garden. But there's a look at it. Like I said, I'm going to be combing over things, making sure I didn't forget stuff. And it's just what happens when you go into these overwhelming 4 years of creative insanity. Chicken Run? Chicken! That's actually my cat's nickname. I call her Chicken. I don't know why. It just came to be. The way she just scurries around like a little chicken. It's funny, so I started calling her Chicken. So we're going on the kitty coaster. Whoa! A spinning coaster. And there's the freaking winged coaster that we couldn't find. Well, we'll get to it eventually. I'll figure out which way I detoured wrong. I know some of you guys are screaming at your monitors. It was right there, Johnny. Well, you know what? I'm overwhelmed right now. Freaking all my senses are maxed out. My head might explode here, but we'll figure it out. We'll get to it. Don't you worry. But, little bait and switch here. Going on a different ride now. Here we are. What do we have here? The Chicken Run. And it is a spinning coaster. Interdimensional. Let's check out the video. Freaking amazing. You know what? I just realized while I was riding this coaster, I looked over at the form on my other monitor and I said, hey, I didn't introduce the creator's rank. I might have, did I even introduce the creator? Claude. If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. The name I do not recognize. I want to take a look at the workshop after and see what this creator has produced. But the rank wasn't showing up, so I decided to update the rank form, and then it showed up as Advanced Builder. And, you know, I would imagine whatever they have on their workshop so far is what got them to Advanced, and certainly spent most of their time doing this so that they haven't been able to show their legend quality. Now, normally I don't give promotions during videos, and I don't think I will give a promotion, but I want to know what the community thinks down in the comments. Where does this creator deserve to be after seeing what you've seen here today? We have Expert, Master, and Legend above this. I don't think we can go straight to Legend, but maybe not. Maybe this could be the exception. if enough people comment legend down below. If you've already left a comment, go ahead and leave another. Hashtag legend. If that's what you think. Or master. But this is far, far, far above advanced quality. Good googly moogly. Now I'm headed over to a wooden coaster. I'm getting so much further away. All right, this is gonna drive me insane. So I'm gonna cheat before I go on any further. I like. It's right here. We were going in the right direction. My senses were right to go around. Although it probably would have been faster to come around this way. Wow. So we got this crazy broken down steampunk spooky hybrid with a crow, eagle, and eagle's nest. Of course, eagle. Guys, I'm overwhelmed, okay? There's so much going on here. I don't even know what my brain is doing. Firing off in all different directions. Let's go in the eagle's nest. I freaking love how we just take 10 steps and we're in a whole different themed area. How you pulled that off and did it so seamlessly, where generally we see like, okay, now you're entering the fantasy area and there's like a sign and all the pathways in said fantasy area just lead you around until you get to an exit that brings you to a new area. That's a lot of the standard stuff we've seen, but I kind of like what you did here where they're kind of mishmashed together and you're just walking from one into another almost seamlessly. The transitions are so rapid and intense. It just changes like the snap of a finger. And I quite like that. It's a nice change. So here's the eagle's nest. We have a winged coaster. Oh, it's not a launch, is it? Winged? I don't think this one launches. I might be wrong about that. Well, we'll find out. Let's jump on it. Or check out the video, sorry. Holy Toledos. I want to say this might be my favorite coaster so far. I mean, the Terran-inspired one was amazing. Don't get me wrong. But there was something about this that we went so high, we were soaring like an eagle. and the viewpoints, and especially with the rendered video, what we got to see from the top here was just sensational. And this delivered the best views and visuals, and utilizing that reshade and encompassing the whole park, that visually I got to see a lot more what this reshade can do and how it looks from a bird's eye view. And we're literally a bird soaring around. And unlike the Terran, it had more breathing room. We had more navigation. We went through the scenery. We stretched out along a longer part of the park, and that's why it was so interesting to try to find this coaster, because we were seeing it from the you know, the Chinatown area and wondering how do we get there, and it just stretched all the way over here and really eclipsed a large area of the park. But this one was just so intense and radical and such a smooth layout. I love it as well. I just think they offer different things, but this one has that theming through coaster design. You chose the winged coaster that has the themed eagle as the train, and then you brought it up to the almost the highest coaster in the park, other than maybe the Giga back there. Yeah, but the Giga didn't give us a good view of the park. It was faced towards the outside of the park, whereas this did, and it's centralized, and I think it's perfectly placed. So I enjoy that fun theming through the coaster and the integration, and whatever you did here with the Eagle's Nest and the broken building. That's why I originally said crow, because it looked like some kind of haunted house that a crow would gather at. But yeah, really cool. All right, more of a vintage fun area. What do we got going on here? Beautiful whack-a-mole tucked off in the corner here. Alter Bahnhof. Train station. The attention to detail on your train stations. I mentioned this before, how you put a lot of effort into the train, but also the train station. Now, there are clear sections of themed areas in your park, but how they just contrast from one to another is something somewhat unique and new to me and refreshing. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. We pass under a bridge and it just reveals itself as a completely new place. I think every one of these sections is like a worthy park spotlight, but somehow we're managing to see them all. We got a wooden coaster here and the Pioneer Flip the Bucket. No, you didn't. No, you freaking didn't. I honestly don't think I've ever seen someone use this coaster in a mega park. Ever. I'm actually kind of excited about this. We have this game that we've been doing for years now, and it's very rare that we do it because nobody really uses the Pioneer coaster. It's called Don't Flip the Bucket because there's only one bar holding you in, and the thing actually completely inverts. And I don't think you're intended to flip the bucket. I think one of the very first coasters I tried making when I was playing this game, messing around in scenario mode, I made a really crazy extreme version of this, and it was horrible. And the bucket was flipping all over the place, and I thought, okay, like I completely murdered all the guests. They're all flying out of their seats. If this was RCT2, they would have all been flung out everywhere. So, you know, from that, I was like, okay, like, let's see who can make this thing fast and gnarly, and that is going fast. Is the bucket flipping? Are they being held in their seats? Whoa, did that, wow. This might actually be the most epic freaking Pioneer coaster I've ever seen. I'm excited about this. Albatross, there it is. It's the Pioneer free swing. Let's go. Wow, okay, there it is. I'm I'm actually surprised. It looks like it's going so much faster than in the POV, and I'm so glad you decided to go with seat view instead of track view for this one, because we really get that bucket swing experience. And as you guys can see, there is something fun and unique about this coaster that surprises me that not more people try this, because look how fast it does look like it's going. From this perspective, it's hauling ass. What is the actual speed of that? 50 miles per hour is still pretty fast. But yeah, the interesting thing about this coaster is you can, as you can see here, rotate the bird while keeping everyone in the seats upright. So it inverts without inverting. And that's kind of a terrifying feeling. It's really cool. And it's the only coaster that, you know, does that, other than maybe like the X Dimension, the 4D coaster. So, I mean, I'm really, hats off to you for taking a stab at this and making a fun layout on it and making it go as fast as you did. You didn't flip the bucket. The coaster layout's great. Love it. Really fun. And I love the integration here, a little pier with the lighthouse and, you know, the little pond at the back. It's very, very cozy and quaint. This is a very fun area. I quite like this area a lot. We have to go on the wooden coaster. Wooden coasters are one of my favorites. Classic. And from the video, it looks like there's 3 more. Yeah. Looks like there's 3 more coasters. Man, I feel so spoiled. It's like, I'm actually sad that this is coming to an end. Look at the colors here. How vibrant this is with the blue on the back. Great contrast. Beautiful flower work again. This is also remarkable. I have so many recordings from stopping and starting to go to these videos. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. I'm really quite excited to get into the editing and revisit this again, because I am sad that it's coming to an end. So here we go. We have the Colossal wooden coaster. There's a look at the stats. Let's check it out. I'm just laughing in my head because that music was so fitting. I feel like I should have gone on this coaster last. The music is really cool. And this is custom music, or hopefully royalty free. Hopefully I don't get dinged on this. Don't copyright claim me. They said they use royalty-free safe music, so I hope that's the case. But I was thinking, you know, your presentation, the amount of not only just the work you put into your park, but after you've done all the work, you went ahead and you provided POVs. And my park of the year last year was Frozen Coasters by Kitch, I want to say. You know, he did the same thing, provided the videos. When you guys do these epic monumental creations, and then you make it presentable, and you go through the effort to finding the copyright music that's, or royalty-free music that's not going to get copyright claims, and then you take it to the next level and get the 60 FPS videos, which is very hard to do, by the way, guys. You have to record at like 400% and then record audio and then line the audio up with the coaster, and then you did the reshade on top of it. It's a tremendous amount of work. I've done it several times for other people's creations, and I just said it's not feasible anymore because I end up working on one video for 16 hours, and you know, I much prefer it if people provide that for us. You're putting all this work into your park. You spent hundreds of hours, if not thousands of hours on these creations. What's an extra, you know, 20, 30 hours trying to get your videos just right as well? And I appreciate that level of cinematic presentation. And that music going with it just made me feel like we had to give some ending video speech or something of like just everything that I just said about the presentation and the care and the detail, the extra mile that you went into making this such a unique experience was a speech worthy of going alongside of that music. It was really quite spectacular what you did there, and yeah, I don't know, that wooden coaster seemed pretty epic to me. Love the music on it. Let's get deeper. We're not done. This just keeps going and keeps going. I'm actually like wishing I had dinner before I started this. I'm getting to the point that I'm getting hangry. Wait, this is swinging? Is that a Thememaker toolkit thing? I've never seen that before. That is just a nice, subtle little element. So we have this like whole factory area. Ominous, crazy. Might have to take a peek at some of this at nighttime and just skim around everything from a bird's eye view. There's the Wild Mouse. That would be our second to last coaster. Get your marshmallows before you go on the Wild Mouse. And we're back here. Albatross. Good. I feel like I've done a pretty decent job of hitting all the nooks and crannies and back alleyways. Hopefully I haven't missed out on that much. The nice thing is I know I'm not going to be missing any rides or having to check the ride list because all the videos are provided. Maybe the boat ride and the train is the exception. Yeah, maybe what I can do is ride the train after the outro, and just if anyone wants to see it, stick around for the credits. That's what we can do there. Just tack it on to the end. But I'm sure this is going to be a plentiful episode for all you guys. Here's the Wild Mouse. There's a look at the stats. Let's check out the video. Boom, there it is. It is no surprise to me that even your Wild Mouse coaster is freaking phenomenal. It did surprise me, however, that you had guests on the ride. Did you record all these with guests on, or was that, did you? I'm wondering how that happened. That means you would have had guests in the queues for all these rides, which would have made it so much harder to record. And then we ended up with the flailing arms. We haven't seen that up until now. That's why I definitely noticed it a lot more. Now, what we saw from the POV is much different than the bird's eye view. And what we see here is the standard Wild Mouse this track layout, how it weaves in and out, back and forth like that. And generally speaking, I'm kind of they tend to be unthemed and kind of boring. But you added that element of going around these towers and these cylinder kind of building shapes, and you spun the coaster back around so that we could see around the courtyard and look within everything, and it was really fun. And that element of theming going inside of these castle walls, and the whole fantasy vibe here, the music alongside it was very entertaining. So I really quite enjoyed that. The theming was just top notch. One of the top tier most rides that I've seen because of the extra element of theming and how you directed the most experience when you use the spin and how you use that to face certain elements and spiraling around the towers and stuff. Really top quality. And I was a little bit like worried that one of our second to last coasters is going to be one of the more tame ones, but that was actually quite an enjoyable experience. And from the looks of things, I don't know what the last one is actually. We're gonna have to go find out. I know I haven't been to this back area, so let's go see what's back here. I think it's all work in progress, but I don't think you need to work on this park anymore. Let's wrap it up. Submits it and says work in progress. No, it didn't, but yeah, there's a little crane at the back here. Oh, mini golf course. You didn't No, you crazy guy. That's amazing. Oh, you thought of it all. Look at this. What a fun park. Oh, the greenhouses. Beautiful. Big estate mansion in the back here. It's probably the hotel where the guests go stay. Swimming pool. Oh, what do we have here? Oh. Melon House by Enigmandra. Shout out to Enigmandra. Nice. That's very fitting. And again with the exterior parking lots and roads, just beautiful work. Ralph's Carrot Farm. So funny, the the name of your park. Of all the things you could name it, you go with Ralph's Carrot Farm, and it's so cute and friendly, but then I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's misleading. When you look at in the inbox, you go Ralph's Carrot Farm, you're thinking you're going to go to Toonland, and this is far from it. And the Ralph's Carrot Farm is integrated nicely, though. I definitely appreciate it. The little homages and tributes to Ralph, and using it as a mascot. So what do we have back here? I want to see all this. Looks like they're building a boat ride. This is cool. It's so realistic. They're not done here, and the train even goes through here. I love the way you even built the the structure or foundation of these buildings. You got the crane in the back, or the what do you call it? The scooper. Building a coaster, a couple tracks here. They're setting it all up. That's amazing. Even that is just so much attention to detail and appreciation for what you did there. You did say there's some stages, so these are some entertainment areas where they put on shows. Holy crap. Wow. That is incredible. Good googly moogly. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's the last coaster we have not been on yet. Suspended Steel Hydra. Going around. Oh, look at the way it navigates to the waterfalls and the Zen gardens. I think that's a good way. Locked out. Good way to end off the episode. We should have been on that one already, but I got so excited by the winged coaster, which did turn out to be one of my favorites. Oh, wait. We didn't see the log flume or this Aztec area. We kind of passed by the Aztec area on the outside twice. We just never went into it. And that's where the log flume is. So we don't have... What's this one called? Yeah, we don't have a video for the log flume. But we could ride it, classic Planko style. And then we'll save the last coaster for the very end. I think this log flume is going to showcase a lot of beautiful theming. I like this Aztec area, how you've layered it upwards and used that verticality. It's looking beautiful. Sensational park, through and through. I I hope this video gets the attention that it deserves and this creator gets the attention that it deserves. And we're definitely, we're going to have to look at your workshop after this. Apply for the workshop review form. We'll read through the comments on YouTube to see how many people are screaming Legend Builder. We'll see what you have, and we'll go from there. But I definitely think this is deserving of a master bump, and then from there, whatever you do next is probably going to just boop you to Legend. We'll have to see what the High Council says. We've never really bumped someone to Legend. That's the thing. But if enough people chant for it in the comments, it's something we might be able to do. Because I think it's legendary. I think this creator is legendary, and anything you touch from here should be legendary. But we do have rules, and everybody has earned their legend rank by going through the process. I don't think there's been a one creation legend so far. But whatever you have on your workshop has gotten you to advanced. So I'm sure there's an argument to be said there. We're not jumping you from beginner. We'll have to see what everybody thinks. Very cool station here. I'm going to close it down just so we get on the first log. Inka Falls. We're going to also pop our head up. And let's sit back and enjoy the views. Wow, freaking wee. That is quite an enjoyable log flume. I really enjoyed that, but what a difference it makes from going from those reshade 60 FPS videos to actually riding it. But it was nice to be able to look around and see everything firsthand and actually be able to move the camera and have a little bit of control again. And it wasn't too bad, to be honest, like the frame rate and stuff. I think some of these would have been tolerable to ride, but I so much prefer the 60 FPS reshades because that really makes the experience really cool. You wouldn't have been able to do that and look around. It would have been just static camera pointing forward, because moving around when you're at negative 400% is almost impossible without it getting super jittery and crazy. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have one final coaster to go on. That looks like it's a maintenance and block section. I am going to try to find the entrance, which it might actually be underground. Good googly moogly. This is a bit of an exploration. No wonder we passed by it. I think it's here. I followed it backwards and it took me to here. There it is. The entrance. Maybe we could do this one at night. Ooh. That's one thing I gotta remember to do. I'm gonna leave it at night so when we come back from the video, I know to poke around the park at night a little bit. And I do want to take one last glimpse at everything from a bird's eye view and just talk about it for a minute. There we go. So it's our suspended steel hydra coaster, our very final coaster of the episode. Let's check it out. Wow. I think that's actually a really great way to conclude the episode. The park as a whole, the shot of the train going by, I don't know if that was pure luck or if you set that up. That was pretty brilliant. Suspending ourselves over the train, and then we suspend ourselves over the Terran-inspired coaster, and then back over to the Eagle's Nest, and it kind of summarized everything. And we got some great views of the park in reshade. There's a look at everything at nighttime. Wow, the stage looks amazing. That's incredible. Good googly moogly. Yeah, that coaster really kind of encompassed everything as a whole. We got to see the train, we got to see some of the other coasters, we got to see the viewpoints of the whole park. One final last look in everything of the beauty and glory of the reshade. You know, the game still looks great without the reshade, and it's something new that I haven't tried, so maybe it is something we can look into for the future. If you guys say in the comments whether or not you want to see more reshade stuff, we can look into that. I know some creations are specifically made for reshade, and maybe we can see how that can work, and some kind of presets that we can set up for certain coasters to kind of intensify the effects and the realism that much more. I also think this was one of my favorite rides as well, just because of the theming and the adventure and the navigation of it all. It was really cool. I mean, how do you even summarize your thoughts on this park other than like one of the most, if not the most incredible park I've ever seen, and your 4 years of effort is definitely amazing. And the fact that you provided the reshade videos to do it justice with the custom audio and just beautiful 60 FPS, it really just takes it to the next level. And in terms of presentation, I hope that this does it justice. I hope I did your park justice and looked at everything close enough. I mean, there's so much to go over here. I'm assuming that the episode is probably coming up on 2 hours, I would imagine. There's just so much in there that was yeah, just wow. I'm lost for words. You done did it. This is the park of 2021 to beat so far, and unless someone's been working on a park for 4 years in the making, this is gonna be the one to beat. So I'll be sure to remember to put the link to the nomination form down in the description. If you think this park is worthy of a nomination, go ahead and fill that out, and we'll make sure to include that in all future Planet Coaster videos. So if you see something you like and you want to give it a nomination, you can do so. And I think that's going to make the 2021 awards that much greater. And we have so much potential and so many great things coming in 2021. It's been the best year of Planet Coaster so far. We've seen so many great creations over the years. And who would have thought that the 4th year of Planet Coaster is where we really start seeing things take it to the next level. But that's what happens. Everyone's evolving as creators. New creators are popping up. The old legends that, you know, started the big creations, the ones that were most memorable back in the day, are now either moved on or doing something else, and new creators are coming in their place, as we can see here by this creator, Claude. Really amazing stuff, Claude. Wow. Links are down in the description. Click if you own the game, if you're on Steam, click the links, give this a rating. Let's get this 5 stars. Claude absolutely deserves it. An advanced builder that should be getting a promotion. There it is, 4 years of their work right here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely amazing. 5 out of 5 for me. You get the channel 5-star approval. Best creation I've seen so far. This is just incredible, and it's all just out of, you know, inspired by, it's 100% original. This train. I'm going to do a separate recording. I'm going to end off the episode here. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. Let's get some more views on this video for Claude, and be sure to tune back in for more 2021 amazing stuff, and check out our stream, twitch.tv/channel5gaming. We're doing Planko streams now. You guys don't want to miss it. We're going to be doing this kind of stuff live, and that way you guys can commentate as we go. I'm going to leave you guys off with a train ride.